Hello, hello, hello. If you can see me, you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. Give me a little wave. Some of you having breakfast. What's up, Laura? How you doing? Bridget, Jim, John, Judith. Is it Judith? Judit. Hi, Judith. How you doing? Good to see everybody. I hope you're good. I hope you got some good value yesterday. We're going to get into more value today. Oh, you know what I did by accident? I went live on Instagram. I didn't mean to go live. Hey, Instagram. Everybody wave to Instagram, people. I meant to make a story, but I went live. Sorry, we got a presentation thing we got to do. See you later. So, let's talk about presentation. How many of you got at least a little thought in your mind that maybe becoming a better presenter would help your business? Put a 2 in the chat if you believe that. You know what? If I become better at this, my business can grow. My team deserves this. I deserve this. This is going to open up doors. It's going to open up opportunities. You cannot believe the opportunities that will open up from being a good presenter. Cannot even believe it. And one of the really cool things about what it is that we do as a job, guess what we get that the average person doesn't get? If you're working in some corporation somewhere, right, and you take a little Dale Carnegie class on how to be a great presenter, where do you practice? Where do you go practice? Who's going to let you do a talk for that? I mean, it's hard. It's hard to find a room. Like if you're going to be a comedian, where do you go practice? Open mic night? You got to find an open mic night, or you got to find somebody who'll give you the stage for a second, or you got to like do it in the mirror. But in network marketing, guess what we get? Lots of opportunity. We can practice in front of one person. We can practice in front of 3 people. We can practice in a little home presentation, invite some people over. We could practice at a training. We could practice constantly. What we get is the opportunity to put in reps that the average person doesn't get. I think of positions that helped me become a good presenter over time. With determination, with commitment, with realizing this is important. Okay? 5 areas of 5 key presentations that you need to get solid on. Then I'm going to bring up Pete, and Pete's going to be talking to you about creating a keynote signature talk and also how to strengthen your personal story. And Pete has helped a lot of people craft a story. Okay? So these are 5 that you need to master. 1 is your personal story. We talked about that yesterday a bit. 4 parts to your personal story, learning how to you. This is a bridge building tool. This is a rapport building tool, trust building tool, opening up people's minds to being able to listen to what we have. Okay? Our objective in network marketing is to educate people to the point they understand what we have. Presentation is part of that. Okay? For most of you, you're going to be using third-party resources to deliver the facts, but at some point to go to the next level, you need to become a third-party resource for your team and deliver the facts for them. Does that make sense? Do you understand the difference between third party and first party? I don't want you doing giving all the facts to your prospects because it won't duplicate. Like, well, how does that even make sense? If I'm supposed to be a great presenter, how do I do that then? You present, but you use third-party resources in order to do that. Write this down. STEPP. STEPP. Okay? What does that stand for? What do you think the S stands for if it's a third-party resource? Put it in the chat. First one to guess it wins. Story. Story. Learn how to tell stories. That's a little mini presentation. Do you know anybody that's a great storyteller? What a great skill. Learning how to tell a story. What Jim Rohn used to call it, his very good friend was Bill Bailey. And he said Bill Bailey could paint a picture in your mind with his words. That's what a great storyteller does. Creates a little movie in your mind with words. But that's a skill, right? STEPP is, we're talking about third party. Story. What's number 2? What's T? Tool. Some sort of tool. It's something to deliver the facts. A video, a printed material, a brochure, something. What's E? Events. Online events, in-person events, one-on-ones, two-on-ones, home events, Zoom events, corporate events, team events. Let the event deliver the facts. What's P? Products. Using the products themselves in order to be able to deliver the facts about those products. Nothing will help a person understand the products better than experiencing it. And what's the last P? People. Introduce. But again, your presentation will set up to introduce your prospect to another person. But at some point, you're going to become one of the people that gets introduced to from your team. You'll become that third party. You'll become that information giver. So for your prospects, focus on STEP, STEPP. If your lips are moving, you're pointing, reading, introducing, or telling a story, you're leading people to one of those things, and it's going to be multiple exposures in order for a person to become fully educated. But at some point, you need to learn the words. What I want you to do, every one of you, is a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, become a world-class presenter. I can't even describe to you how much your life will change, how much duplication is going to change, how much growth is going to change, belief is going to change, compliance is going to change. What do I mean by compliance? You know what doctors complain about most? They give their patients what they should do in order to be able to be healthier, and then the patients don't do it. You know what's frustrating in network marketing? We give our downline things that they should do, and then they don't do it. So if you can learn how to present in a way that causes people to change their actions, if you become a great presenter, right? People will follow your direction more clearly. They'll believe you more. Influencing people with words. Causing people to believe bigger. Causing people to understand more clearly. Causing people to have a picture painted in their mind. So, learning how to tell your story, opportunity presentation, mastering that. Can you give a high quality opportunity presentation? If you were asked to go on your company stage right now, you were given 30 minutes notice to go do a high quality presentation in front of every single person at your company convention, would you be ready for the moment? Some of you, yes. Most of you, no. To quote Les Brown, one of the great presenters, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than have an opportunity and not be prepared. So start preparing now before that stage is even offered to you. Start preparing now. Be ready for that moment. People ask me if I get nervous because I The biggest crowd I ever spoke to was 45,000 people. 45,000 people in this arena. Sharing the stage with Tony Robbins, sharing the stage with Pitbull, sharing the stage with, some of the biggest, 27 languages simultaneously translated in the middle of Germany. Unbelievable, 45,000. But I regularly speak to 20,000. I'll be speaking in Singapore in next month, I think. No, in June for 20,000 people. People ask, do I get nervous? Not anymore. I used to. How much preparation do you think I need now? Almost none. I have about 100 hours of presentation content in my mind. You can have the same, but it starts with 1 hour. It starts with your story. And then you go from there and there and there and there and there and there, and you just keep building on it. Now, what I joke about is I'm a little bit like a presenter jukebox. My wife just like, oh, do this one. And she pushes the button, bing, and I'll do that one. Tell them about plan, do, review. All right, let me draw a plan, do, review for you. I've just got it now. Now, you're not going to just get it in 5 minutes, but you got to put yourself on a path, okay? If you're nervous now, it's fine. I was nervous before. I'm not nervous now. Some people still get nervous every time until they go up on stage and get things moving. That's fine too. It's going to happen. But it's not where you are today, it's where you're going to go. So, personal story, opportunity presentation, getting started presentation. Being able to effectively do that and duplicate on that on your team. Skill-based training. That's just another opportunity for you to be able, because if it's not just enough to give a person a skill, it's to get them to believe that they can do it, and it's to get them to take action at the end of your presentation. If you do a presentation in our business that doesn't conclude with somebody taking action, it's just you're loving the sound of your own voice. Our purpose is to cause people to take action. I'm a great presenter. Really? How many people are taking action at the end of your talk? How many people go home and do something different at the end of your talk? If it's every time, Tony says, fantastic, wonderful. Let's up the skill and let's get more people on your team with that skill. Awesome. I don't get everybody. Some of you listened to the presentation we did yesterday and didn't do anything between yesterday and today. I got room for improvement. Some of you are like stuck in your head. Some of you are stuck in your notes. Some of you are stuck in personal development. Some of you got limiting beliefs. Some of you got, I'm going to show up. I'm going to be a good student. I'm going to prepare. I want to get you into action. Today's about action, but I want you to dream a little bit bigger. Believe that you can get there. Skill-based training. And then finally, a keynote signature talk. That thing, it's a unique deal. And I want you to imagine that you come up with a signature talk that's so strong, so powerful, that you could do a webinar every once in a while just for fun and do that talk and change people's lives. You can let people know. You can come up with a title that's so compelling that people in your local market, networking groups and small clubs and meetups want you to come give the talk. That's how Jim Rohn got started. He had a little Rotary group that asked him to come give his talk. You've been successful. He gave his talk, and then somebody invited him back, and pretty soon he's like, wow, this could turn into a business for me. Some of you, this can be that thing, that door opener. Okay? Thorsten says, I'm struggling here. When I am a world-class presenter, doesn't that affect the duplication due to too many of them not believe they're to be that good in the near future? Here's what I will tell you, Thorsten. One, you're going to focus on third party, STEPP. Two, at some point you need to become part of that third party for your team. Okay, you need to learn how to say the words yourself. Three, there's levels of duplication. Everybody can do step, but there's levels of duplication. For people who are willing and coachable and hungry and want to become great presenters, teach them how. The more high quality presenters you have on your team, the more duplication, the more action, the more growth you're going to have. This is a key metric inside your team. Not everybody's going to do it. People get messed up with duplication, just so you understand. They think everything they do has to be duplicatable. It's not. Is every single person on your, do home meetings work in order to be able to grow your business? Answer's yes. Is everybody in your team going to do a home meeting? Answer's no. Should you not do them then? Of course you should do them. Traveling to visit your team, does that work? Of course. Is everybody on your team going to travel to visit their team? No. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Same thing's true in presentation. So, here's what I'm here to tell you. I want you to be hungry for this skill. I want you to be starving for this skill. I want you to say, I'm going to do what I have to do. This I'm going to master. I was only good at one thing when I started. I was good at promoting. I wasn't good at sales. I wasn't good at recruiting. Wasn't good at retention. Wasn't good at duplication. But I could get people to come to an event for whatever reason. I could get people to look at the material for whatever reason. And that bought me time. And you know what it bought me time for? To learn how to be a better presenter. To learn how to say the words. To learn how to influence people with my presentations. And that bought me time to actually learn how to sell and recruit and retain and duplicate more effectively. It can do the same for you. That was my flow. I mean, some of you are amazing salespeople right now. But whichever the path is for you, I'm just here to tell you, all the great leaders have figured out a way to present around their strengths. There's quiet presenters, there's analytical presenters, there's emotional presenters, there's people who mix it, there's funny presenters. You don't have to be any of those things. You could pick what your style is. I copied. If you listen to my old talks were almost verbatim my upline or Jim Rohn or Les Brown or Brian Tracy or somebody like that. I just copied and I applied it to my business. And then slowly I found my own style. And you can find the same. So you're like, I don't know what my style is. Don't worry about it. Guess what comedians do? They'll go practice a whole bunch of different styles until they find their hook, until they find their thing. You can do the same. Okay? So, how many of you would like to learn how to be effective in creating a keynote signature talk, really make an emotional connection? And how many of you, I'm going to ask this question, I want you to put a 7 in the chat if you are starving to learn this. You're starving to be a great presenter. You're not going to just listen to this, you're going to apply it. Put a 7 in the chat. Even you tourists that haven't typed anything in the chat since we started yesterday. This is the one time that you need to. All right, good. Well, I got Pete Vargas, he's helped so many top leaders create and craft this in order to be able to influence people. He's going to help influence you. Please welcome up Pete Vargas. Come on, Pete.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Worry. Appreciate you. Hey, everybody. How you guys doing? Y'all good? Y'all good? Y'all good? Come on, come on, come on. Let me see where everybody's chiming in from. Let me see where you're chiming in from. I'm going to move at a fast pace today. We got Florida, we got Nevada, we got Las Vegas, we got Ohio, we got Sarasota, we got San Diego, we got Uganda, we got Tennessee, Mexico City, Chicago, Serbia, London, Iceland, Seattle, Alberta. Wow, they're coming in like crazy. We have about 15, 20,000 people who said, I want to learn how to be a great presenter. That doesn't mean they all show up both days. Because remember, Eric yesterday, and if you got, I'm going to turn this on right here. Eric yesterday, y'all can bring these slides up really quickly, talked about the 5 presentations that every network marketer should master. And then he reinforced it today for those of you that weren't here. Today, I'm going to talk about how to land many new customers and distributors with those presentations, but I'm going to make sure that I help you build one out as well. Cool? So I'm going to do a 1-2 punch today. I'm going to show you a simple framework that you can use every time words come out of your mouth that will put you in the top 20% of people who present in the world. Now, presentation mastery will be the thing that puts you in the top 2% in the world. And that's the thing that Eric and I talked about yesterday. But at least let's move you to the top 20. The other thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how to take that presentation that he talked about and go put it on stages. And that will make sense to you guys. Tomorrow, Lisa Nichols is going to be in the house. Eric's going to be talking about a secret sauce that all of you need to know. And Lisa Nichols is going to be talking about overcoming the fear of your personal story. The fear of your personal story. And so I want you guys to know, stay tuned towards the end. I'm gonna share with you how you can win a ticket to Branding Day, which is a $9,000 value here at the Worry Studios in October with your homework assignment today. But remember, everybody's got a chance to be able to win the GoPro stage, which many of you want to win. And so can we fast forward past the 5 key presentations? Eric already went through that. Can we go to the slide after that? Eric already talked about that. Yeah, let's keep going. And this is what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about how to land new customers and distributors. And what I'm going to focus on right now is this presentation. I want to remind you, number 1, your personal story, write this down, is the greatest way to have conversations with people one-on-one. That could be a new customer or a new distributor. However, presentation number 5, your keynote, is the greatest way to land many customers or many distributors, one too many. I'm going to show you how network marketers all across the world are doing that at the end, and I'm going to give you a case study of one specific individual who is saying, I am committed to using my signature talk to land many customers and many distributors in 1 hour, or 30 minutes, or 15 minutes, or 5 minutes. How many of you want to learn how to do that? Like, it's cool to add a customer at a time. It's really cool to add 1,000 customers at a time. Now, you might say, Pete, 1,000's not possible. And I would say, yes, it is, but it's going to take you a lot of work and a lot of effort. A lot of work and a lot of effort. And so what I'm going to teach you in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to spend 15 minutes on each of these. I'm going to teach you the 1-2 punch. The 1-2 punch. However you want to punch. That I believe is going to help you significantly get back on track with your goals. Will you come to me for just a second, Lex? I want to say this to you guys. Yesterday, 95% of you, if y'all can remove the slides, 95% of y'all said that you were behind on your goals. Right? And can we remove that slide, guys, for a sec? We're behind on your goals? Or maybe even stop giving up on them. How many of you are behind, or how many of you came into this challenge saying, I'm starting to feel discouraged with my goals and my targets? And be honest. Like, let's be honest. Can I be honest with you? I feel a little discouraged with some of the goals that we've set out and that I've set out personally. And I'm crystal clear on what I'm going to do to change those. And there's going to be a lot of one-on-one and a lot of one-to-many stages. I'm going to use the first presentation that Eric talked about. I'm going to use that presentation to get back on track, and I'm going to use number 5 to get back on track. And a lot of you feel the same way. And so today, I believe, is something that's going to help you significantly. But I want you to pay attention. I want you to track. I want you to follow, because I want you to get this. I want you to pick this up. I believe every single one of you have the ability to be able to do what I'm going to teach you today. And by the way, there's no leading authority that has done this at a higher level than me. No leading authority. So listen, this is the power of this. This is what Tim Ringgold says. Tim Ringgold says, I've invested probably $40K in my own development as a speaker over the past 8 years. Think student loan without the price of a paper on the end, a piece of paper on the end. I can tell you that one free training Pete openly shared and demonstrated on his computer for growing your business that not one of my well-paid coaches showed me. This is class, this is value, this is contribution. Here's what I'm going to tell you. In the next 30 minutes, this could be worth a lot of money to you. To Tim, he said it was worth more than the $40K that he invested into his businesses. So I want to ask you a question. First off, 2 questions. Do you notice anybody on this screen? That's a good-looking group of people right there. That's a good-looking group of people. Eric Worre being the Marina Worre and Eric Worre both being the very beautiful human beings. I love them, and I love what they've done for this profession. Who do you know on there? Who do you know on there? All of them. Yeah, you see John Maxwell, Damon John, Grant Cardone. You see a couple of network marketers, Tony Robbins, Dave Ramsey, Gary Brecka, the Worries, Marie Forleo, Ed Milet. You guys have any idea what they all have in common? Any idea what they have in common? They're smart. They're great presenters. They started. They have a coach. Let me tell you what they all have in common. You ready? Do y'all have respect for the people on this slide right here? I don't know anybody else who could have a slide like this in the world. I'm actually very proud of it right now. I feel very humbled by it because number one, they're all great presenters. Number two, they've all worked one-on-one with that sexy Mexican right there. All of them have paid me one-on-one to work with them. And number three, they've all paid me based on what I'm going to train you today to do. There's 5 or 6 of them that have paid me in the millions of dollars on that screen right there to help them implement or incorporate what I'm about to train you to do. Does that feel like it could be game changer for you in these next 30 minutes, Ed? Georgette, Valissa, Anna, Heidi? So turn off every distraction. I remember spending one-on-one day with, Alex and Layla Hermosi in 2020 when they were trying to figure things out. Paid $50,000 to spend a day with me. The lowest on there is $50,000. The highest on there is millions. I'm not saying that, and I learned this term in network marketing. I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm saying that for you to take serious what I'm about to train, because if people are willing to invest that type of money into the methodology that I'm going to show you today, then I hope that you will take it seriously. So quickly, I shared this yesterday with you. I want you to know I was broke as an 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid. I could not, this is my dad and I, that's little Pete right there. That's me when I'm probably 2 years old. That's my dad, Pete Jr. My grandpa's actually Pedro Jr. My grandfather's Pedro Sr. My dad has a smile on his face, but I don't, because me and my dad had an awful relationship until my 20s. Because he was an extremely abusive dad growing up. And I went to college and I thought, how am I going to pay for college? And I was trying to get Pell Grants, and I was trying to get all of this money to pay for my college education. I had gotten a partial tennis scholarship, $1,500 a year, doesn't do much. My college education was like $8,000 or $9,000 or $10,000. And so I'm trying to figure out how to pay money. And one of the things my dad did for me right before I went to college is my dad said, I'm going to get you a new car. So he bought, not a new car, he bought me a 1992 Toyota Corolla. It was maroon. It could barely fit 4 people in it, but I was so excited to take it to college. And literally, I'm on college campus one day fighting to try to figure out how to get money. I finally get the money between student loans and Pell Grants to pay for my college, or at least most of it. And I'm walking to the parking lot one day, and my car is being repossessed. My car is being repossessed. I have no car. My tennis rackets are in that car. I have no idea what I'm about to do. And this is what I want you to know. In the next few weeks, I had some friends that came up to me and introduced me to this incredible profession called network marketing. This incredible profession called network marketing. And I started to be like, wow, is this possible for a college student? During college, I started to make more money than my college professors. I went to business school, and there were two things that were huge for me. Number one was a company called Cutco. I started to sell knives as an 18 and 19-year-old, and then as a 20 and 21-year-old, I got involved in network marketing, and I remember I was in a downline of a lot of big leaders, people in the past history. There's a guy by the name of Troy and Johnny and Mike and Holton and all these people in my upline, and I was in a binary compensation plan. I got so bought in. There was a single mom from my church. I've never told that part of the story. Lori Bolin, Lori Proctor, that said, I think you would be good at this. I think it could help you in your financial situation. I didn't get introduced to it by some big time person. I got introduced to it by a single mom. I forgot that till today. Any single moms out there today? Or single dads? You think this industry can change your life? Well, I went and I literally grew my organization so big that I surpassed my weak leg, surpassed the other side that was already built for me, where those guys had to go back and actually build on the opposite side because of how fast I grew because of this profession. Guess what? I was able to buy a car. Guess what? I didn't worry about my college education anymore. I was able to pay for my college education. Guess what? I was able to learn some of the most amazing skills and the most amazing personal growth in this profession. Guess what? The very first time I presented was in the network marketing profession. So I can stand here today and tell you my life was started, my career was started, my financial success was started in the network marketing profession. And can I tell you something else? I have now gone on to build 5 multi-million-dollar companies of my own, 5 plus, might be as many as 6 or 7 today. And online, I've done over $100 million in my own revenues for my own companies in the last 10 years. And the number one thing I've done is this 1-2 punch. Man, I hope if you're driving, I hope you'll pull over and take notes. I hope if you're distracted that things will change, because guess what, Terry, I see I'm a 75-year-old widow, and guess what, Terry, your life can change if some passion and excitement will get into you today and yesterday and tomorrow. The number one skill set that got me to do that is what we're talking about here today. So let me walk through these 2 things. I want to walk through 2 things, not 10, not 20, 2 things. I want you to wrap your mind around it. We're VIP. We're going to take some questions afterwards, so you can write your questions down. I'm not going to be answering questions in the midst of it. And so I'm so excited to talk to you about the 1-2 punch. Let's get into it. Punch 1, punch 1, signature talk. Do you guys all want to have a framework of how to use your signature talk? Can I help you understand how to do that? A signature talk is intended, I want you to write this down, for one-to-many. And we want that room to be people who have no idea about your opportunity or your product. This is not your internal company events. This is intended for one-to-many audiences. It could be 1-10. It could be 1-20. It could be 1-40. Eric and I did a 1-50 presentation this morning for a lot of successful network marketers this morning. 1 to 50. Those 50, I would rather talk to those 50 at one time than talk to 50 of them 50 different times. That's what the Signature Talk did. Eric might not even realize this, but I created a Signature Talk to talk to successful network marketers one to many. That's what I did this morning. And that's what I want you to do. So I want you to understand something. The very first time I shared my Signature Talk, that's me right there. That's me. I was scared to death. That's actually a Brendan Burchard stage. Eric just buzzed Brendan this morning. That was a Brendan Burchard stage. I was scared out of my mind, but that was the very first time I shared my Signature Talk. I looked terrified. Yeah, you should see my armpits. There's massive sweat under them. I want you to remember that picture because maybe that picture symbolizes where a lot of you are today. Is there any of you that feel that way about communicating today? Is there anybody that's like, man, that's me? That's me? Some of you say no. Some of you say yes. That's great. Here's what I want you to know. That was the very first time I shared my Signature Talk outside of network marketing and now in my entrepreneurial journey. That was my first time to share my Signature Talk. Thank you, Brendan Burchard, for letting me have 3 minutes on your stage. And here's what I learned. Do you want to know what your greatest marketing tool that you have is your Signature Talk? It is the greatest marketing tool that you have. The Signature Talk that I designed this morning for Eric for 6 and 7 and 8-figure network marketers, thousands and thousands of them are now going to hear that Signature Talk. And I'm going to give you the framework in which I designed it. But I want to give you the why behind it. Maya Angelou said, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget the way you made them feel. Will y'all come to me for just a second because there's a slide in there that I want them to understand. When you take your Signature Talk out to the world, listen to me. It cannot be your opportunity talk. It cannot be your company talk. It has to be a talk that is more generic. Hear this, generic, that will lead people to want to join your company or become a customer of your company. That is the key. I've written talks for the biggest names in the world, and today I get to write talks for thousands of people all across the world, one to many. And your company falls into one of 3 buckets. One of 3 buckets. People care about 3 things at their core. The 3 biggest things that people care about at their core is their health, their wealth, and their relationships. And underneath there, everything else follows. Well, what about my walk with God? Relationships. Or it could go under health. What about mental health? What about my house wealth? Like everything. What about my supplements? What about my fragrances? What about all of that stuff falls under one of those 3 buckets. So the key to your Signature Talk is, where does your company fall under? Is it helping people with their health, their wealth, or their relationships? What's the primary thing that your company and their products help people with? Health, wealth, or relationships? I want you to write that in the chat right now. Health, wealth, or relationships? This is the starting point to building a Signature Talk for network marketers. Okay, all 3, that's great. Some of you have a primary, maybe you have 1, maybe you have 2, maybe you have 3. That's actually, is it all 3? Or is it just 1? Or is it 2? If it's 2, tell me the 2. If it's 3, just say all 3. And if it's 1, tell me the 1. So guess what? The goal of your Signature Talk is now all about that. The goal of your Signature Talk is all about that. You generically build a talk that will help people want to join your company. I know this for a fact, and and it's sometimes I'm tempted by it, Eric. I know this for a fact that if I joined a network marketing company today, I would become one of the fastest people to go from 0 to 7 figures. And I would be the first person being mentored by Eric to go to $1 million a month. Because I would literally put myself in one-to-many positions. I would build the most incredible signature talk, and I would go deliver it. I want you to hear this. When you take your talk to outside world, and I'm going to show you what the outside world here is in about 10 minutes. When you take your talk to the outside world, it has to be a value-based talk. And if they believe that your talk will help their audience with their health, wealth, or relationships, they will let you be on that stage all day long. So here is the framework for building a great signature talk. Here's the framework. The first part is you have got to connect with a person's heart. If you want their mind to be engaged and pay attention, you got to imagine you're speaking and everybody has their guard up. The way to put people's guards down is not their head, it's their heart. The number one thing that you want to do in this opening heart, I'm going to pretend that I'm in a network marketing company that has health products. Cool? I'm going to pretend that I'm in a company that has peptides and supplements. I'm just doing that because of how big I am in peptides and supplements. I'm just pretending right now because I'm going to build my talk in front of you so you can build your talk as well. Cool? I'm going to show you what I would do. I'm doing this real time for you. So the first thing that you have got to realize is that people want you to connect with their heart. The biggest way to connect with their heart, write this down, the biggest way is them understanding that you know what it's like to be in their shoes and that you've gone to a place that they desire to go. You know what it's like to be in their shoes, but you've gone to a place that they desire to go. So if I were building my talk, I would say, hey, it's such an honor to be here with you guys today. I want you to know that one of the biggest challenges that Americans face, I don't know if these stats are right, guys, so I'm just going to use pretend stats. One of the biggest challenges that people face is, do you realize that the 70% of Americans are overweight or obese? Do you realize like the longevity of life is actually going down when it should be going up? I'm sure there's a lot of you in this room that, man, if you could live longer and live healthier in those older years, you would love it. Like the vibrance, the energy, the mental clarity, the lack of fog, all of that stuff. And I was there. I was 330 pounds and I kept hearing the same couple of things like eat better and work out more, eat better, work out more, eat better, work out more. And yes, those are two foundational principles. But I want to tell you today that my Whoop band tells me that I'm 34 years old. My sleep scores are out of this world. The clarity in my mind is unbelievable. I've lost 100 pounds. My body fat has gone from 33% to 17%. And I started to realize, so remember, I told them that I understood where they were, but I'm helping them understand that I've gone to a place that they desire to go. And I started to realize, oh my gosh, there are 4 core elements that can completely help me and help you transform your life. And today, what I want to share with you, which is going to probably be revolutionary, I want to share with you the 4 core things that are going to help you change your life. You guys are like interested in that signature talk, aren't you? Some of you are like, hey, go do that for me. I'm making this up in the moment because I want you to see what you have to do. The biggest thing with the opening heart is helping them understand you've walked in their shoes, but you've gone to a place they desire. The second thing is what I call your proprietary process. Your proprietary process. Your framework. Now, the key with this second part is to close the gap. You close the gap to where they are, to where they want to be. Y'all with me? I can't answer your questions about your specific companies. I need you to see what I'm doing with my company, my pretend company. And if you're part of Presentation Mastery, I'm going to go into this deeper. So now you close the gap. I teach them the 4 things that have helped me change my health. And here's the key thing. At least one of those things needs to be about your products and services, not specifically, indirectly. So let me just pretend like I'm going to say 4 things. I'm mapping this out real time. The first thing that I started to realize is I was just subscribing to generic stuff, generic vitamins, generic this. I should have this food to eat, this food to eat. The first thing that I started to do is I got genetic testing and blood testing. I had to take genetic testing 1 time, and then I started to do blood testing, which is so cheap, 2 or 3 times a year. And what that did for me is it helped me understand what's going on in my system so that they could customize something to my system. That's where people need to begin. And then the second thing I began to do is they helped me understand the right supplements and the right peptides that match up with what my DNA and my blood work say. Do y'all see how I just plugged my product for my company? And the supplements and peptides that I began to get were out of this world. Like I found the perfect place to get those. And then the third thing that I started to realize, and I'm not going to get into the third and the fourth because they're irrelevant right now, but that second one just plugged my product. I would give them 4 things or 5 things that could help make their health better, and they would be so excited to say, hey, help me understand how I can do all of that too. The intention of the head is to close the gap. It's to close the gap. Moving them from here to there. And let me tell you what happens. They're going to want to know more about what you actually talked about. So the third part of the framework is the call to action. The call to action. This is where you want to capture their information and want to give them some free resource. This is the magic. If that were my company, I would literally have my resource guide to everything I taught them. Hey, I actually got a resource guide that will allow you to know exactly where I get my blood work. And they'll actually have a discount there if you want to. And I have a resource guide of the exact place that I get my peptides and my vitamins. I would have some type of resource guide or checklist or something of the sort. And here's the crazy thing. 50 to 80% of the people will take you up on that free call to action because they want to know more. Because you've built in the desire and the hunger for them to want to know more. I want you to picture this. Imagine if you're standing on a stage of 100 people. How many people's information would you collect? Yes, Simone's saying brilliance. We've been doing this for 20 years, guys. How many people's names would I collect? Come on. If I'm on a stage of 100 and I just told you I gave a free call to action, what's 50 to 80%? I would be collecting 50 to 80 people's information who are now prime candidates to become a customer or a distributor. Those people who take your call to action self-identify as the prime people. Now take it to a stage of 1,000 or a stage of 10,000. Imagine being on Eric Worre's stage of 50,000. All of you got the chance to win Eric Worre's stage today. All of you. That's what I'm talking about from a one to many. And then the last part of the framework, the last part, and then I'm going to get into the second part of the punch, and we'll be done here in about 15 minutes. The last part is the closing heart. The closing heart is telling a story that reinforces everything you taught. Guys, You're going to see me do that at the end today, and I want you to pay attention to the meta of that. Pay attention to my closing heart story that reinforces everything I taught. Cool? When you put these 4 parts together, this is how you design an incredible signature talk. And for anybody that's at presentation mastery, you will get my deck that I use for my signature talk that says insert your story here, do this here, put this here. You're going to literally get my deck that has been responsible, Eric, my framework, my deck that has been responsible for $100 million in my business. You will get my deck, and that's what we will walk through slide by slide by slide at presentation mastery. And when you walk out, that is one of 5 talks that you will have built out. You will have the deck, and it will be done. Not to do, done. I would love to see, Rachel, this is what I want to do. Anybody that goes to presenterswin.com, and signs up before I get to the end of my presentation today, I'm going to choose one of those people to speak into their presentation one-on-one after we build it out at Presentation Mastery. I'm actually going to look at your deck, and I'm going to look at it and give you a coaching call to tell you the tweaks and the changes I would make. But I love people who take action before we even get to the call to action. So presenterswin.com, anybody who does that before I say, okay, Rachel, time, I'm going to pick one of those people, and I'm going to actually coach them after we build out their talk at presenterswin.com. Guys, here's what Amy Yamada said, and this is the best story for network marketers right here, Eric. This is why I use this one as the testimony. She said, Pete and Pat built my signature talk out. She paid us $20,000 to build her signature talk. $20,000. And at Presentation Mastery, we're going to build it out in 60 minutes with you. 60 minutes. She said, I did my talk in front of 14 people at a retreat. 10 of them said yes. And that helped me generate $111,000. You don't need big stages. Some of you are going to win big stages. You don't need big stages. And Amy's proof of that. I love what the greatest investor of all time said. He said, you can improve the value of your business just by learning communication skills. That's a quote from Warren Buffett. It's a quote from Warren Buffett. Second thing, part 2. You've got your talk. Now what do you go do with it? I'm going to take 15 minutes. I'm going to be done with this, and I'll bring up the great Eric Worre. I got a powerful video for you that I think you guys are going to love to see. But now we want to actually take that talk onto what I call stages. Will y'all rap with me on this? Watch this. I want to make sure you get this. There are 4 quadrants of stages. Shakespeare said the world is a stage. The world is a stage. I think he made that quote for network marketers. And he didn't even know it. And here's the cool thing. Stages can be one-to-one or they can be one-to-many. I want you to wrap your brain around this right here. Here are the 4 quadrants of stages. You get this, and I'm telling you, it's game changer. You've got other people's stages. These are stages outside of your company that are other places where you could attract customers and distributors. Presentationswin.com. Sorry, presentationswin.com is the place to go. I apologize. It's in the chat in all of your Zoom channels. Presentationswin.com. I apologize for that. So other people's stages, I'm going to focus on the left side of the quadrant. The left side of the quadrant, other people's stages, you have them digitally and you have them physically. The left side is where I want you to take your signature talk. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to get you clear on how many of those you're going to be on today. The right side, these are your company's stages. Whatever company you are in, these are their stages. Or as you grow, like Eric and Marina have, And like several of the 7-figure earners that are in Next Level Mastermind have, they also have their own stages. They do their own webinars. They do their own trainings. They do their own opportunity meetings. These are everything that you do on your own. Your signature talk is not as, the signature talk that I'm talking about is not as intended for the right side, it's intended for the left side. It's intended for the left side. And here's the pros and cons. The pros of other people's stages, it costs you no time and no money. And the con to it is that you don't own it. The pro to your own stages is that you own it, but it costs you no time, but it costs you time and money, a lot of it. And so here's what I want you to do. I want you to understand the power of the 4 quadrants. And today, I want you to make a decision in the rest of the year how many digital stages you're going to be on and how many physical stages you're going to be on. How many digital and how many physical. I cannot go back. I have to keep rolling, guys. So you're going to have to take good notes here. So that's the reason why you should be in the VIP, because you would have gotten all these recordings. And so that is the key. Let me tell you what my cadence is. I'm on 1 digital stage a week, and I'm on 1 physical stage a month. 1 digital stage a week because I can do that from my home, and 1 physical stage a month. That cadence for me is what's been responsible for generating over $100 million, multiple 8-figure companies, multiple 7-figure companies. That's the power. So let me give you an example, and I'm going to tell you the ones I love for you as network marketers. Here's the physical offline stages. And Rach, we need to couple that. The slide before says digital and physical. So these are actual physical, also known as offline stages. These are the 12 types of stages that you could be on. And I'm going to give you a case study of a network marketer that some of you might know that I just got her on number 4. Number 4. But if you will take your digital, your signature talk to these stages, and I'm going to give you a script of how to win these stages so you don't have to worry. So if you can go to local stages, the best one for network marketers is number 1. That's the best one for network marketers. Because you can drive to a local stage. Drive to a local stage of female entrepreneurs or stay-at-home moms or MOPS groups, or there are so many stages in your local area that you can drive to and go present my health talk that I built right in front of you. And as I present it, and somebody else paid for that event, I just had to show up and deliver value. I'm going to capture 50, 60, 70, 80% of the audience with my free gift. And then the next 2 weeks, I have more than enough people to follow up with because of that one stage. And here's the key. Nothing of my follow-up is cold. It's all warm and hot because they heard you on a stage deliver a powerful talk. The ones I love on there the most for network marketers is number 1. I love number 4. Many of you are going to get the chance to be on Eric's, which is number 4. I love number 6. Number 6 shows people who have actually invested in something and want to really grow. Why can't you go to different people's retreats and share your message? A lot of people pay to go to health retreats. Why would you not be speaking at that health retreat? A lot of people pay to be at wealth retreats. Why would you not be speaking at that wealth retreat? A lot of people pay to go speak or go to attend relationship retreats. Why would you not be speaking at that relationship retreat? I love 1, 4, and 7, but maybe there's some other ones that you love on there. Question to you, how many physical stages are you going to be on in the next 12 months? For me, that's 12. I want you to get clear on your numbers. The second bucket, and remember, this is quadrants 1 and quadrants 2 that I'm focused on today. Quadrants 1 and quadrants 2. Thank you, Simone. Simone said 22. Judith said 4. Alok said 12. Tony said 12. Darlene said 5. Chelsea said 3. Solomon said 12. Lawrence said 15. Rami said 4. Julie said 4. Like, guys, make a commitment. Don't just be consumers of information, be doers of that information. Because this is what can change the dynamic for you for the rest of the year. Now, here's the online stages. Why would you not ask a friend who has a good following on social media live if you could go do a condensed version of your signature talk and go live with them for all of their followers to see? Why would you not want to be one of the people on Eric's challenge or boot camp as a testimonial and be able to share your story? Why would you not want to go be on somebody else's webinar online? Why would you not go be on somebody's podcast or their YouTube channel or their virtual mastermind? Guys, these right here, the online stages, are the thing that scales because you can do them from your home. And they can be 15 minutes long, 30 minutes long, 60 minutes long. My favorites for network marketers on these are number 1, number 2, number 5. Those are my favorite. I actually like virtual events too. I like virtual events. What is number 11? Because people have paid to be at a virtual event. I like number 11 too. And you know why 12 is my favorite? Because there's a physical audience and a virtual audience, so I get the best of both worlds. You start taking your signature talk to these and collecting 50, 60, 70% of the audience, think about how powerful that is. My rhythm is to be on 1 a week, which is 52 a year. What's your rhythm? What's your rhythm? What is your rhythm? What's your number? Wow, I love that. Giancarlo, 2 a week, 1 a week, 1 a month, once a week, 1 weekly, 8 a week. Okay, Mary Jo, let's go. Like, I could literally be on one every single day if I wanted to, because if you have a value-based signature talk, people will let you on their stages. And you do not have to be a celebrity. You just have to give value to their community. Now, here's the key. Here's the key. You're actually going to shoot a video today. Rachel, I'm going to have them shoot a video. I'm making an audit on this. And I'm also going to have you make a commitment online to what your numbers are of the number of stages that you're going to be on. That's going to be your homework assignment today. But in order to see the video shot, I want you to see this. This is one of 30 tools that my Stage to Scale program has in it. Do I have any alumni of Stage to Scale? Eric took my signature program to his community a few years ago, and it was actually, I think we sold it for $2,000. We might have sold it for $1,000 or $2,000. $1,000 or $2,000, and hundreds of people joined it. Simone joined it. Simone, did we sell it for $1,000 or $2,000? Eric had hundreds of people join this. This is $2,000, Doris said. Okay, this script is the number one way that I have won stages, and it's the exact script that I used on Eric Worre to win his stage in 2020. How many of you would like that tool and that script? Anybody? No? Okay, I'll skip over it. Cool. No, I'm joking. I see the chat lighting up like crazy. Yeah, everybody's saying, Eric, they paid $2,000 for that back in 2020. So here is the script to help you win the stages. This is the ROI that I'm giving you today. If you believe that this script will help you win one stage, I want to know that after I do it. Here is the script. And I'm not going to play the next video, guys, because I'm just going to do the one that I did to Eric Worre. How do you win their stage? You first start by building rapport with them, because they might not know you. The second thing you do is you recognize them and their event and how awesome it looks. or their podcast, how incredible it was. Maybe you talk about the fact that you listened to an episode or two. Follow me, guys. I'm giving you the script. You don't need to read it. You don't need to write this down verbatim. Part 1 is build rapport. Part 2 is recognize them in their event. Part 3 is talk about you and the problem you can solve for them. Part 4 is give social proof. Part 5 is present a win-win. And part 6 is give a call to action. I'm going to do the script right now in front of you, and you do this in less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. And I'm actually going to, you take out your phone, you turn the camera around like this, and this is how you do it. I'm going to hold up the finger of what part I'm on as I'm doing it. And I haven't done this in a while. Hey, Eric, I know that you don't know me, but I know you. I can't tell you how many of my friends speak the world of you. Russell Brunson, Brad Lee, Jared Glant. They talk so highly about you. I'm so glad that Jared introduced the two of us. Jared has been telling me a lot about the events that you and your wife Marina host, but he didn't have to tell me because I got a call from Dave Woodward and Russell Brunson that told me about the event that Russell did for you last year in Las Vegas, and they were buzzing. I was actually in the network marketing profession, and I wished you would have existed back then because what you provide to people is exactly what I need. I know you don't know me, but for the last 10 years, I've been helping people understand how to build their signature talks and take that signature talk on stages to get more customers and more distributors than they ever have before. I've helped my clients be on hundreds of thousands of stages and generate hundreds of millions of dollars of new customers and new distributors. And I would love to talk to you about two things. Number one, I would love to come teach your people at GoPro how to do this. But I would also love to speak into your GoPro event so I can help you and Marina do it at a level that you've never done it. Can we schedule 10 minutes to talk? Because I know you're busy, and if you need to do it in 5, we'll do it in 5. But let's talk, and I'll drop my calendar link below. 1 minute. Yeah, powerful. Everybody's dropping powerful, powerful, powerful. 1 minute and 40 seconds. Eric Worre, got that video? Eric doesn't even realize this script was the start of our relationship. It works. I booked the White House, and I booked Oprah with that script. Oprah generated me 30,000 leads of moms from schools that I didn't even know how to handle that many leads for one of our clients. I sent that script to Eric. We got on the phone, and not only did we do a partnership deal for his 2020 GoPro, I also spoke on 2020 GoPro stage. He didn't know me before that. Guys, that script is all you need. It's not all you need because there's some follow-ups. I've got 30 done for you tools in Stage to Scale. How many of you would love Stage to Scale? Like, I'm just serious. I'm curious. If I gave you the entire system to build your talk and the entire system to find and win stages, what would that be worth to you? Like, seriously. I don't think Eric's going to let me sell it today, but if people paid $2,000, if hundreds of people in this community paid $2,000 for it, I'm curious, what would you pay for it? It will build your talk for you. It will get you on stages. I don't want a treasure. Mary Jo said, I'll pay $2,500. Thank you. Maybe I'll take the highest bidder. No, don't be timid. I'm not selling it today. Don't worry. I'm not selling it today. But what would that be worth to you? Like an actual amount. It would be worth $3,000. Because here's the deal. Grant, bring up these slides. I'm almost done. Grant said, after I heard Pete talk about this methodology, I realized that I've left hundreds of millions of dollars on the table. Hundreds of millions of dollars on the table. Guys, you not stepping into what I'm training today and making a decision a month from now, a year from now, or a decade from now, by a decade from now, you'll probably have quit. You would have left everything on the table and your message would have gone to the graveyard with you. The wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard because it's dreams untold, dreams never lived out. And so here's the commitment I'm asking you to make today. And I've got something kind of cool for you. How many, can you make a commitment in the chat? Every single person who hears my voice right now, can you make a commitment in the chat? How many physical and how many digital stages are you committing to be on in the next 12 months? Put physical number, digital number. Start with physical, or just put your physical number first and your digital number second. What's your numbers? What's your numbers? Rachel, I would love to hear one of them try to win Eric Worre's stage and use that script to win Eric Worre's stage. I would love for them to shoot their 2-minute video of trying to win the stage. And you would talk to Eric about you being a testimony from his stage, and it would be in the reference of how Eric has changed your life. That's what I would love as a 2-minute video. Like somehow I want to make sure that we can get that as their homework assignment, plus the commitment of the stages that they're going to be on this year. Because look at this. Look at this. These are online stages I've been on. And look how much revenues they generated for me. Look at that. Those are offline stages I've been on. And look how much revenues they generated for me. Y'all see that? Those are customers. Those are distributors. Those sales would be your customers and your distributors. And that revenues is what would go to you. Here's my big question for you, and I'm really close to being done. What is the value? What if you got on one stage and landed 5 distributors, one stage of 50 people? Just 50 people. I want everybody to write this number out. If you got on one small stage of 50 people, you delivered your signature talk in the way that I taught you today and in the way that we are going to build it out on April 29th. It's going to be built and done. And you landed 5 new distributors that were excited, or 5 new customers. What would that be worth to you over the course of the next year in your business? Simone says 25,000. ZZ says 50,000. I actually want a number. And if you don't know the number, that means you don't know your comp plan well. Malou says 25,000. Emma says 4,500. 50,000, 10,000, 30,000, 100,000, 50,000, 30,000, 10,000. Wow. Here's what I want you to know. Do you believe after today that you can land one stage with one talk? Not 30, not 50, not 100. Who believes I can do one stage? If you do put one stage, if you're like, I know I could get on one local stage, I know I could get on one local stage. One. I'm not even trying to get you to your numbers. I'm just trying to get you that micro win. And if you really believe that, you would be very incongruent if you don't step into presentation mastery, because all of those numbers that you said with one stage are bigger than the number that it takes to invest in presentation mastery. So here's what I want you to know. Leah Lockett won the GoPro stage last year. And then I gave a competition who was going to be the most powerful network marketer on the GoPro stage. And Leah won the competition. And winning the competition, I had the honor of going and putting her on a stage. And the stage I'm going to put her on is in London in UK, and it's with 1,000 entrepreneurs in a room. It's the same room where Russell Brunson, David Goggins, many others have spoke, Ed Milet. She's going to be on that stage. So not only is her personal brand going to go to another level, she'll be in front of 1,000 people, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them will connect with her in a major way, which will now help her build her network marketing business. Guys, that should be you. That should be you. Question for you guys. Can I help you get on stages? Can I? Can I help you get on stages? Who wants my help in getting you on stages? Come on. Let me feel it. I want to feel the energy. I want to feel the energy. I see lots of hearts. I see lots of emojis. I see lots of yeses. I see lots of stuff. Lots of stuff, lots of stuff. Come on, I see you. I see you. Ooh, Ashley's sending me some hearts. She even sent me a Mexican thumbs up. I'm not Hungarian, I'm Mexican. Somebody asked if I'm Hungarian. Listen, this is what I want to do for you. This is the investment that I'm going to allow you to pay for Stage to Scale today. Eric introduced Presentation Mastery yesterday. He introduced the fact that on April 29th, we're going to do a training. And that training, we're literally going to build out these 5 presentations for you. And you're going to get it's April 29th. It's all day long. If you can't be there, that's okay. You'll get it. You'll get lifetime access to it 1 week later, and you can go out on it on demand. You're going to get, it's done in English, Spanish, Italian, French, and German. You're going to get all of the templated decks, all of the scripts, all of the framework. One of the decks you're going to get is my signature talk deck, and I will lead that session at Presentation Mastery, and we will literally fill in that deck so that when you are done, your deck is done. You're going to get the business growth audit. You're getting the chance. Everybody will be a part of the GoPro Speak Off this fall, and those who deliver the most powerful personal story will be on GoPro stage. And at the April 29th event, you're going to get a live Q&A with Eric. And if you go to presentationswins.com, the first 100 to sign up, we're also going to give you a $1,500 credit that you can use anytime this year to upgrade into certification or mentorship. And yesterday we presented this, and yesterday many of you signed up. And for all of you that were fast action takers yesterday, I love it because yesterday it was a $9,000 value. And we gave you the chance to sign up for 1 payment or 3 payments at presentationwins.com. How many of you signed up on day 1? Put day 1 in the chat. And if you're part of certification and mentorship, that means you signed up for day 1. Day 1. Day 1. Come on, room 1. I see a lot of VIPs putting day 1 because people who invest in themselves, they really do take things serious. They know they're the greatest investment. Well, guess what? I want to make this an absolute no-brainer for you. Hundreds of people in this community paid $2,000 for this signature program a few years ago, that literally this program, map by map, template by template, tool by tool, builds your talk, grows your network marketing business in every situation, online, offline, one-to-one, one-to-many. It gives you the step-by-step approach to finding your dream stages, and it gives you the exact tools and scripts to winning those stages. And look at the results that our students have had. They've won 750,000 stages. They've been in front of 203 million people, and they've generated $1.1 billion from those stages. These are the people who are the alumni of our program. The alumni of our program, and look at the ratings of this program. It is the best program that exists in the world, and they invested $2,000, and here is the proof that hundreds of them invested $2,000. And all I'm asking you for we're going to upcharge you a little bit for Presentation Mastery. I'm completely joking. I am bonusing that in for anybody that makes a decision to join Presentation Mastery. That's not a bullshit $2,000 bonus. That's a real $2,000 bonus. You can go at your own pace. You could finish it in 30 days. You could finish it in a year. Everything in it is unlocked on day 1. You will have access to this immediately. Immediately. Everything is unlocked on day 1. And you don't have to pay $2,000. That is a day 2 bonus. We will not allow that bonus to drag out. We will not allow it to go a long time. That is a bonus today for you. And so when you invest $14.97 into Presentation Mastery, that's what's happening. This is a funny slide, and I don't know if Eric's seen this slide, but this is y'all probably notice a lot of people on this slide. A lot of famous people, Steve Harvey, John Maxwell, Jesse Itzler, Sarah Blakely, a lot, Damon John. Well, in 2019, the same script that I used on Eric, I used on Grant Cardone. And I got the chance to speak on his stage. And my dad, my wife, and my uncle were there. And they said everywhere they went, people would be like, oh, Steve Harvey's next, John Maxwell's next, this person's next. But this is this question that kept popping up. Who's this guy? Today, this represents all of the non-celebrity presenters. This represents all of you that people would say, who is this girl or who is this guy? I'm telling you, you don't have to be famous. You just have to have a system and the right tools to build your talk, to get it on stages, and to explode your network marketing business. And guess what? You want to know who that guy was? Look at the difference. Look at the difference in the two guys. The guy on the right that day landed close to 1,000 brand new customers that bought a $2,000 program in 1 hour. That's how you explode your network marketing business. That's how you do it. And so this is what I want to do. I'm going to let you right now. I'm asking all of you. I want you to see a video of people that you have respect for. Eric Worre, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone. I want you to see a video of what people you have a lot of respect for. And I want you to hear about what they feel in the power of this methodology. Because this is going to be a bonus that's included with Presentation Mastery. And it's a 2-minute video. Right when it's done, Eric will be right back up here with me, and we'll close it out, and we'll go to VIP.
Communication with confidence. It is the most valuable asset you will develop in your lifetime.
Like, think about your children. If their ability to get a stage and communicate with confidence, is that more important than trigonometry? Of course. And so that's what I told him, Pete, man. Number 1, number 2, and number 3 most important skill for my kids is communication.
Sorry, guys, that's the wrong one. That's the one from yesterday. Here we go. We're coming right here. I want you to see this, and then Eric will be right back up here. Go to presentationwins.com.
He is going to show you the fast way. He is going to give you his blueprint. Had I known this at 29 years old, I would have made hundreds of millions of dollars in my 30s. Had I known it when I was 50, I would have made billions. And it would have allowed me, more importantly, to spend more time with my family and improve the quality of my life.
So a road without traffic is useless. So I need you to get traffic.
After spending a few days with Pete,
my close ratio went from 18% to one of the highest close ratios in GrowthCon history at 43% of the audience.
I've learned a lot from you. I've learned how to leverage an audience. I know that I have to get on more stages so that I'm comfortable and I can own myself, my power, the capacity or the ability to influence others.
He makes us better. He makes us a lot better. Pete, we're so glad to have you on the team. I try to get around people. They're bigger, faster, smarter than me, and Pete's one of them. We're going to develop a whole Pete Vargas fan club. I'm in, and I'll be the president.
It's like what you just did with your seminar, Pete. You know, spectacular. Heck, I'm looking to learn from you.
Pete Vargas. Oh my gosh. We had a whole bunch of people go to his events, loved them, and they got great actionable steps that massively transformed their businesses.
This man right here is just one of a kind. I don't allow a lot of people into my circle in my life. And right when I met this master, Lord, thank you for delivering him into my life. He's special. He's unique. He's the right person for me in my life.
The guy cares about changing people's lives. It's why we connected. I love the guy. He's got a huge heart, and he creates incredible products and services to help fuel the world.
I knew from your track record that you could take me where I couldn't take myself.
Pete shared with us this idea of using other people's stages. It was so intuitively obvious when he talked about it. I like slapped my forehead and go, like, why didn't we think of this before?
They will help you craft your passion in a way that will resonate emotionally with people, where they will take action.
Pete has made me so much money this year. The guy is an absolute Wizard of Oz.
Don't
one knows how to build a platform better than you. Some of the greatest speakers, presenters, influencers in the world, you have helped them.
I trust Pete Vargas more than I trust anyone else in the speaking world.
I'm going to show you how to build your own stages and how to get your message on other people's stages.
Pete has built one of the most amazing bench teams in the industry, and that's how we're able to impact so many people's lives. Do everything that Pete is telling you to do.
I just finished my one day with Pete. We got so much done. Man, I'm so grateful. And this is long overdue. I should have signed up with you, worked with you 5 years ago.
You guys have no idea what kind of man Pete Vargas is and how he leverages so much of the blessings that he has in his life to bring forth change to you.
Who wants attention? Who wants more customers? Who wants to position their brand to another level?
You stir me up, man. You get me going because we need those people in our lives, man. Pete
Vargas! None of those people are that excited about Pete. They're excited about the money they made. They're excited about the customers they made. Don't get me wrong, they like me, but they love the methodology that got them the results that they wanted to get. And these are people who are successful already getting results. So they weren't praising Pete, they were praising the process. And today you have a chance to step into that process, and I have never bonused in stage to scale with anything, especially on an investment that's lesser than stage to scale in price. And so, Eric, I'm excited about this. I don't know what you want to say. I'll do some wrap-up slides, but for people to get registered and signed up today.
Yeah, so it's like, look, what I asked you early is, are you hungry? Are you starving for this type of a breakthrough? Because if you are, then take the step. You know, I'm very grateful that Pete's involved in working with us. I'm also grateful Lisa Nichols, who is just an absolute gem, is going to be helping with us as well. We're going to hear more about that tomorrow. But being able to, I asked him if he would throw in what he did before, because it helped so many people. We did it 3 years ago or something?
I think 4 years ago.
4 years ago. It helped so many people. The testimonials that have come out of that are just enormous. Not just the big time celebrities, but the average person out there that's growing their network marketing business became so much better. So I'm grateful, Pete. Thank you for doing that. I think we put something together that if somebody's willing and coachable and most importantly hungry, we have a solution for you. You know, a year from today, your life can be completely different. Take this information, apply some practice, have a structure around it, and then use it to be able to change your life.
I love that. So here in a minute, we're going to go into VIP. Remember, this is an incredible bonus. You'll get lifetime access to it, and you'll get it immediately. Like you will get it right away, quickly in the next couple of days, and have access to it, and have lifetime access. You might be done with it before the time we get to April 29th. I'm just curious, in the chat and all of the rooms, who is like, I am making a decision on day 2 to step into presentationwins.com.
Put a 2 in the chat.
Day 2. Who's making that decision on day 2? Day 2. I know many of you made it on day 1, but I want to know who's making it on day 2. Like, you're getting in today. You're taking advantage of what Eric and Marina have made already an irresistible offer. I just got to add the cherry on top of it today. That's all I did. I'm the cherry on top. I love to be the cherry on top because the cake is good enough. The cake is good enough. So make sure you go there. And so, hey, I'm going to have you do something today. Tomorrow, we're about to go to VIP in 2 minutes for a half an hour. Tomorrow, stay tuned and find out how you can win an in-person ticket to GoPro 2026 and a ticket to the branding day. I don't think we gave our winners from today. I'm not sure it's in here, but here's your homework. Your homework is this. I want you to go shoot a video on how many stages you will be on, and actually tell us how many stages you're going to be on, and shoot a video asking to win the GoPro experience stage. Take the angle around the way that Eric has impacted your life. And I want to encourage you, because I want to go watch these, Eric. I would love for you to tag Eric Worre, and I don't care about my social media that much because I'm more about stages. Tag Pete Vargas. It's Pete Vargas, the number 3 on Instagram. If you do it on Instagram, it's the same on Facebook. I'm going to go watch the videos. Eric's going to watch the videos. The person who is most convicted about winning the GoPro stage, and tells us their numbers of the stages they're committed to, we're going to have them be a winner for tomorrow as well. I know we had a winner from yesterday, guys. Do we have any idea who that is? I saw the slide.
We have it?
Okay.
All right, we have it. Cool.
Okay. The winner from yesterday's homework assignment, day 1's winner, who gave us the best video online, was Natalie Phillips. Natalie Phillips. Yeah, give it up for Natalie. Yeah. Natalie was our winner from day 1. She will win a ticket to the in-person GoPro experience. Natalie, I hope you're in presentations win, because how cool would it be if you were the one to win the chance to be on stage as well? But we'll have a day 2 winner, and the day 2 winner will win our branding package tomorrow, which is an $8,900 one-day event happening at the Worry Studios in October. So all of you are going to want to go shoot that video, tag Eric, tag me, and let us know your commitment to stages. Hey guys, I hope that you will take that action. Presentationswin.com. presentationswin.com. We'll be back tomorrow for our final day. It's going to be a big day, and we're going straight to VIP. You guys can hear the answers to these questions, but VIPs are the only ones that can
say goodbye to social.
Bye,
Everybody
social.
say bye, social, and bye everybody else in the GA. VIPs, hang in. I see you got your hands raised, and we're going to go straight into Q&A right now.
Hey guys,
Okay.
so we're going to go 30 minutes VIP. This is what I want to say to you really quickly. If you have not asked a question, and y'all can take slide, or you can take slide down in a minute. If you have not asked a question, raise your hand if you have one. If you asked one yesterday, I'm going to ask you to wait. We're going to give 30 seconds to the people who did not ask a question yet to get coaching from Eric or me. We're going to do that, and we're going to see how many questions we can ask today.
And start with my question is, and we're
Yeah.
going to bang through them.
And I want to just ask one question to the VIPs, because I can already see how committed you guys are. How many of you made a commitment to join on day 1? And how many of you made a commitment to join on day 2? Say day 1, day 2. Day 1, day 2. And I want to see that. I want to see it. I saw a lot of you say day 2 today, and we've got day 1. No, a commitment to join. Well, if you joined on both days, great. Means you bought it for 2 people.
Or if you're part of certification, great.
Yeah.
That'd be a 3.
That'd be a 3, yeah. Cool. So let's go to the questions, and we're gonna kickstart it. And Julio, let's go straight to Julio.
Beautiful, thank you. My question, Eric, is I call leads. That's what I do. I call leads every day. I put 10 to 15 brand new people in my funnel, right? What I'm noticing is, and I'm very direct. When I speak, I'm very direct. Like, hey, are you a person of your word? We'll find out. 2:00 tomorrow. And they don't pick up.
Mm-hmm.
What? Anything you could throw out there that you can help me on those follow-ups?
Well, can I tell the story about Pete? Pete was trying to get a hold of me for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
I get a message from this. I get a message from that. Hey, this is Pete. So and so gave me your number, and I'm like, I'm busy. And eventually, there was so much alignment of connection to other people that I knew. Hey, Bradley or Grant Cardone or this or that, and it started to be all these different things. Then I started getting these video messages, and that started to be a little bit of a different thing. Eventually, there was enough kind of weight that, like, okay, fine, let's have a conversation. Not that I'm too cool, but sometimes I'm busy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know this person. So he built rapport through other relationships. The other thing I would tell you, just the whole spirit of plan, do, review. Make a plan, do it, review it. That super direct to somebody you don't know that much might be chasing people away. You might want to try some softer approaches. Build some rapport, start a conversation, find out what's going on with them, ask them some questions, send them a compliment, something to be able to see what will open the door to communication. All business is conversation. So we need to start conversations. The conversation is not you just hitting them in the face. Sometimes the conversation is opening the door because, he was presenting, but he ended up enough third party and a couple, 2-3 video messages before we finally had the conversation. And by then I was ready to listen. So I would just give it try some different things. If you're talking to 10, 15 people a day, try soft, try medium, try hard, try questions, try compliments, try any different types of things to be able to see what works and just track the results. Make a plan, do it, review it, what worked, what didn't, make a better plan instead of just pounding away.
Yeah, and let me give you a little, I shoot a lot of videos, I have a lot of calls, and let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something that I just did in real time today. While Eric was up here, I was calling Marina, and I say, we've got to do this right now before I leave town today with Eric. So I'm going to tell you, number one, it's a lead, it's not a relationship. Eric's right. If you ever told me, I'll see if you're a man of my word, I'd be like this to you. I'd be like, that would make me not even show up for the call because you have built no continuity or connection with me at all. I'm just a lot of people that would make them feel that way. Now,
there's obviously a conversation.
Okay. Well, Eric's a different type of person to get a hold of because of the caliber and the success of what he's at. So that is a different, with somebody very successful, you have to have a system to follow up. And I hope, are you in Presentations Wins? Are you in that? Did you sign up?
I haven't signed up.
How come?
Well, I'm right here. This is right now what we're doing right here is why I paid the $29 to ask this question, the specific question. Right. Once we get past this and I can get to work and actually start making some money, and I will be on your stage, Eric. Better believe that.
Well, let's make it this year, not next year, but in Stage to Scale, for successful people, you actually have to have a system and a methodology that's consistent. Eric doesn't know this, but he got 5 or 6 different tools, and the combination of third party and maybe one of the tools landed different. So you have to have a consistent set of tools that continues to follow up with people who are successful. That's the first thing. The second thing I would tell you, what I asked Marina and Eric and me to do today is people don't show up for calls because they haven't connected with you in a deep way. So I would shoot your personal story in a powerful 3 to 5 minute video. A powerful 3 to 5 minute video that makes them connect with you, that they get as a 24-hour reminder. And when they watch that video, this is one of the tools in Stage to Scale too, when they watch that video, they feel connected and the probability of them showing up for the call is much higher. I hope that we're going to go to the next one. Let's go to Greg.
Yeah, hope
that helps, Julio.
Greg.
Yes. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, I got a quick question. Former coach, former teacher. I know a lot of coaches. I know a lot of teachers. Don't necessarily mean that we're friends. Call them on the phone. Can you give me an example of what you would say? And my question is, would you give me an example of what you would say? I want to meet with them in person, if at all possible.
Yeah, here's what I would do. If you know a lot of coaches and teachers, actually they're excellent at our business because we coach and we teach. We just get paid different. I would start a conversation however you're going to start it. Here's how we're connected. What's new in your life? You still teaching? I would ask questions. I'd reminisce. I'd look them up on social. I'd find something that I could comment on. I'd compliment them in some way. Something, right? And I would find a way to tell them my story. So if I could get them on the phone, that would be the best. If I could be face-to-face with them, even better. Face-to-face, here's the hierarchy. Face-to-face in person, hey, you open, we're both coaches, we're both teachers. You open for a coffee? Let's get together for coffee. I've got an idea. I've got a project I'm working on. I want to share with you. So face-to-face first, face-to-face using technology second, voice-to-voice third, right? Voice-to-voice using technology fourth. What's the difference? Voice-to-voice on the phone, voice-to-voice voice note. and then text to text, and then social DM to DM. That's kind of the hierarchy of what people will give credibility to. So I would just tell my story. I would just find a way to build a connection and then get to where I could tell my story and say, listen, can I share my story with you real quick? You're a teacher, I'm a teacher. You're a coach, I'm a coach. And as a coach, I mean, there's things that are rewarding, of course. Or as a teacher, there's things that are rewarding. But here's the challenges that come with that, as you well know, this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And it can be frustrating to be able to have all this knowledge, have all this ability, and have these limitations. And I found a solution that works particularly well for coaches, works amazingly well for teachers. I found a solution that worked for me. And when I get up in the morning now, knowing that I could take all of my skill as a coach or a teacher and I can apply it to being able to help people and also help myself without limitations. I'm so excited every day that I get up in the morning. And when I thought about somebody who might also be able to do well with this because they have the same background as I do, I thought about you. And so if I could show you how I'm using all the skills that I built in order to be able to build a better life without jeopardizing everything that's going on in my life. If I show you how to do that in 15 minutes or 20 minutes, would you be open to taking a look at it? And then I go to step. Story, tool, event, product, or person in order to be able to give the information. So I would do something down that road. Find a way to build enough rapport that you can tell your story. And if you could tell the story leading to step, that's going to get you there.
Awesome.
That help?
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. Go get it, man. And here's the thing I will tell you. Be straight up with people too. Say, listen, I know a lot of people like you that are teachers, and I know a lot of coaches. That doesn't mean I have a lot of buddies, but I have a lot of colleagues. That doesn't mean I don't want to help them, though. I want to help them because it helped me. And when I thought of somebody I could help and somebody might be fun to do something together, I thought about you. So let me share it with you.
Let's go to Robin.
Hi, Robin. I don't know.
Robin, can you
raise your hand?
Raise your hand again, and we'll come back to you. Simone, let's start. And then when we see Robin, we'll bring her up next.
Hi, everybody. Hey, so great to see you guys. So my question is about choosing your story. A lot of us have had a lot of life experience. I've been in the profession for 30 years and trying to decide any tips that you can maybe give us generally that I could apply personally to how do you choose a story. Pete,
you have 15 stories?
I have a ton of stories.
Yeah. It again, think in terms of the prospect.
Okay.
What's going to connect you to the prospect? They don't need to know all your war stories in your network marketing business or the time your company went out of business or your upline let you down or, this happened or that happened or you had to pick yourself up and rebuild or any of that stuff. That what they need to know is what's your identity, right? Maybe prior to network marketing or, trying other things. What didn't you like about it?
Yeah.
You found a solution, how you feel about the future. Try and keep that in terms of what's going to build the most rapport and open up people's minds.
So like Pete, you have your signature talk about your relationship with your dad. I've seen you do it for years. It's really, really powerful, right? So and then you go into the other parts of it. And I've been trying to think like Eric, you said, I have my story for my network marketing or whatever my target market is in that event or that place. But what about like the big picture story? Like, is there tips to choose that?
The big huge picture, this big keynote thing.
Yeah.
Like that's more of a keynote deal. That's not for you. That's not your story to be able to open up a door and build a bridge. It's too heavy.
Yes.
It's like, hi, nice to meet you. Let me tell you about when I was abused when I was a child. It's like, wow, whoa. We just met. It's like,
right.
It's a little heavy. Not that it's not important,
Right.
You know, you could put into your story, you know, hey, I didn't have the easiest upbringing. Fine. But you don't need to go too heavy unless they open that door. You know, if they open that door, you say, well, guess what? Me too. You know, I understand that. That type of a thing. You're just trying to build a connection, build a bridge, and from that bridge, lead them to a step. You know, and help them understand what it is that you have. So here's what I would do. Plan to review, sister. Practice. Practice. And from that practice, you're going to find the one that hits.
Okay.
Okay? I think we got Robin back.
All right, let's go, Robin.
Robin Gilliard.
Hey, guys, and once you ask the question, we're going to...
Hold on, Robin. We're unmuting you. There you go.
Once you ask the question, we're going to answer that question, but we can't dialogue back and forth because look at all the hands we've got to get through. We've got 2 days.
Try and bang through.
So once that question is asked, we'll probably mute you. So
sorry, this is my favorite part, the coaching part. Sorry. Go ahead, Robin.
All right, here's my question. When you asked about finding the value in 5 people who signed up from your small stage of 50 people, you mentioned, Pete, that if you don't know the answer to what that value is, you don't know your comp plan. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
yeah, so like if I knew I was getting 5 people from a stage, 5 new customers, I could immediately tell you what those customers would be worth to me over the next year. Like you should know what a customer's worth to you, shouldn't you?
Sure.
So I was just trying to give you an idea of what a stage of 50 people could do for you. So like if a customer was worth, you know, $1,000 of commissions, I'm just giving an example, over the next year, and I got 5 new customers, I now knew that those 5 new customers would be worth $5,000 to me. That stage was worth $5,000 to you.
And that's probably high on the customers.
Okay,
then, let's say it's 200 per customer. You get 10 of them, and you get 2 of those people as distributors, and that's worth $1,000 each. You know, so you got 2,000 there, and you got another 2,000 from your distributors, and off you go. You see what I mean?
It's $4,000 that little stage was worth. I was just trying to help you understand the value of bringing in many people at one time and having warm leads who do want to follow up with you on a call. Like today, we had warm leads, and my schedule booked right away because of a call from warm leads. So that's what we would say.
And even like a home meeting, if you're doing a home meeting, if you've ever done a home meeting, put a 1 in the chat if you've ever done one. How many customers do you average per home meeting, and how many distributors do you average per home meeting? I've asked that question around the world. It's typically about 3 customers and 1 distributor for every home meeting if you averaged them all out. So what is that little presentation worth in that home meeting? You know, whatever 3 and 1 adds up to over the course of your business. You know,
JJ.
Plus the duplication. JJ, you're next.
Hello, Eric.
Hi.
My camera is on other screen, so I will not look at the camera. Your GP Insider has blown me away. And
Good.
most of the best one is your books you are suggesting. The 5-second rule from Mel Robbins and Schwartz, the Magic Thinking Peak. That's awesome. So I have 2 questions. One is about a curious one. You had in 2016 a 9 Pillars Bootcamp where you challenged Dawn to bring up 400 customers to or 400 persons to a convention.
To an event? Yeah.
Did you make it?
I'm if I remember correctly, there was a couple interventions during an event.
Okay.
And one of them, I challenged this lady to bring 400 people to her convention.
Okay.
Really pushed her. If I remember right, she ended up with like 250 or something. You know, like 60% of what that stretch goal, if you remember, I think she started at like 25 or 50 or something, and we ended up pushing her all the way up to 400. So it's something like 2/3 of the number is what she ended up doing. And it's part of thinking big. You know, set a goal to get on 100 stages, and if you get on 20, it's probably way more than you were going to get. Sometimes you need to stretch yourself. We had a conversation this morning with some top earners about challenging them to get to think about and strategize how to make $1 million a month in network marketing. Why are we pushing those people to think about $1 million a month? One, because it's possible. And two, because in the stretch for it, it's going to make $1 million a year, or $2 million a year, $3 million a year much easier mentally in stretching for $1 million while they're stretching for $1 million a month. So I'm always pushing, which I'm going to push you too. You're involved in any environment that we're in, I'm going to push you. I'm going to stretch you. I'm going to have you challenge yourself. And if you're uncomfortable making a decision to get into this presentation mastery, I'm going to push you harder. You know what my belief is? Any reason you have for not doing it is the reason why you must. Put into the chat any reason why you haven't decided to become part of this presentation event at the end of this at the end of this month. And whatever answer you give me, in my mind, that's the reason why you have to. I don't have the money. Well, that's why you have to. This is going to make you money. I don't have the time. I don't have this. I don't have the confidence. Well, all of those are reasons why. You don't have enough income. Something's got to change. If you don't have $1,500, listen to me. I'm just going to be blunt for a second. If you can't figure out $1,500, your plan up until this moment in your life is not working.
Mm-hmm.
You're broke anyway. Find somebody who believes in you and build up a skill that will make you money. Figure this out. We're willing to, if there was a Lamborghini outside your house and brand new and you could have it for $1,500 and you couldn't tell anybody that it was about getting this Lamborghini, you'd all figure out the $1,500. You'd have 60 minutes to do it. You'd all figure it out.
Yep.
But when it comes to investing in you,
golly,
investing in your own self and your own confidence, your own ability, your own predictable income, we sometimes question ourselves. So it's just like, I wish I could just crawl into your brain and help you understand. Like, come on, we're this close. We just got to go. Yeah, you're the Lambo, Mark says. He's right. We're going to go to Aya. You see Aya right there?
Yeah. Hey. So guys, here a couple of things. JJ, it's only one question, so ask your other question in the chat, and we'll answer it. And we're going to try to answer 7 to 9 questions in the next 10 minutes. So here we go, Aya.
Okay. The things I want to say before saying my question that I am in a community that doesn't believe so much in network marketing. So my hot market isn't supportive for that. So I am now in my pre-launch for the 90 days run. So my question is, so do I do my restricting on my confusing to convince my hot market in the people that I know, or to focus on the cold market?
Here's what I would tell you. There's some hot market approaches. I'll give you a couple things. First of all, it's not just your world that doesn't understand network marketing. It's the whole world doesn't understand network marketing. And I don't know if you remember what I said yesterday. Pretty little speeches change the world. So if you can learn how to communicate, guess what? Your friends and family will get it. If you learn how to communicate, your prospects will get it. I told you that story about the movie director that went into that room of people who'd already made their decision to burn the movie. And he persuaded them not to do it. Same thing is true. Pretty little speeches change the world. Learning how to influence other people who are locked in one direction and help them go in a different direction. So, do you need your hot market in order to go to the top? No. Are there ways to be able to go get support from them and over time show them that we have a better way? Yes. will presentation help you regardless of it's your friends and family? And I'm sorry you're not getting the support that you'd love to have inside of your business, but let me give you some advice. Use it. Prove them wrong. Show them that you're right. Show them that you're the smart one. Okay? Show them with your success. Show them with your results. Just decide you are not going to be denied. I'm so grateful for my early skeptics, because the early skeptics made me do things that I normally wouldn't have done because I wanted to stick it in their face. I wanted them to have to admit that they were wrong. Okay? They were fuel for me. So let your doubters be fuel for you, not in a mean way, but in a show them you're a right way. That's what I did. I don't know if that helps you, but I hope it does. Let's go to Gwyneth.
Hi. Can you hear me? Yes, it's hi. Thank you so much. I need to know. I went on my phone to do the start the assignment for today, and I filled it out, and then it said go to here to submit your what do you call it? Your talk. But I don't know how to save them both so I can go back and forth because I haven't written my talk. I haven't done it yet. I need to not lose the pieces. Okay, go ahead and smile, Eric.
I'm smiling.
I know. Tech issues, please, for those of us with gray hair.
Here's all I would tell. Do you have kids?
Yes.
Do you have grandkids?
Grandkids, got it. Yeah, but how do I keep it on my phone before it disappears?
Doesn't matter. You can do it again. Just do a little Zoom or FaceTime with your kids or grandkids and ask them how to do it. They'll tell you how to do it in about 5 minutes.
And
thank you. Grandchildren.
Hey,
what?
Our team will shoot you a message right here in the chat. So they'll help you with a few little instructions too. So that's great.
And let the grandkids know that you need their help, and they'll get a kick out of it. All right. We go into Robert doesn't have his camera on, so
hey Susan, you will be eligible to win the GoPro stage if you're not here tomorrow, but the GoPro stage is only for people that are going through presentation mastery. Everybody that goes through presentation mastery has the chance to win the GoPro stage. That's the only people, because we're not going to put somebody on that stage that has not been trained in depth by us. So,
but the other thing I would tell you, figure it out. I mean, half of our business is problem solving. Figure it out. Don't just say I'm tech challenged. I mean, let me show you one little icon that's going to help you a lot. See this little thing right here? It's called YouTube. You just click on YouTube and you type in anything you want to know. Show me how to do this, and YouTube will show you. You don't even need your grandkids. You'll be done in 5 minutes. No problem. All right, let's go to Amy.
Hey, so mine was kind of two-part from yesterday.
Go.
So you talked about the framework. How important is it to have them in that order? I have a presentation that was company created, and they're not in the same order. It has all the components though.
If you have the components, I think it's fine. Sometimes I've gone company, product, and then compensation, support, and timing. Other people do product, company. So you can, so long as it has all of those and you feel like it flows reasonably well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the
just,
second
just
part,
make sure you have those.
Okay. And then the second part, you talked about getting started with the presentation and it being duplicatable. My trainer just came out the other day and said that they are going to record our onboarding, and we're just going to send that out. We're not even going to do one-on-one presentations anymore because it shows who's serious and who's not. Can they follow this video instructions and complete it? What is your opinion on that?
My opinion is it'll work for a minute and then it'll stop working. Typically, here's the thing. You shortcut your ability to mentor somebody. So, for example, if I sponsor you and I sit down and I do an onboarding with you, we build some rapport. We build some relationship. We get to know each other. You know, we hope and dream together. We make plans. We make connection. Yeah. And you might not be ready to do the next one, but if you sign somebody up, I'll do the onboarding for your next person too. I'll do some, and I'm going to use tell, show, try, do. I'm going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to show you. You're going to try it. Eventually, you're going to do it. I'm going to use tell, show, try, do for you to eventually be able to do it on your own, right? But I want you to build that relationship versus saying, you know, watch the video or you're not coachable. You know what I mean? A lot of people just video. We're in a weird world where if you send somebody a video, unless it's a podcast, but for whatever reason in today's world, we want to listen to 2 or 3 hour podcasts. But beyond that, we won't watch a 40-minute video because this thing gets in the way. Starts beeping and buzzing and notifications and everything else. And 3 minutes in, they've checked out. And they think, well, I've got it anyway. Some people will look at an onboarding video as like the instructions they get with something they bought. They don't read the instructions. They just want to go straight into it, right? A relationship will help to do that. So try and build it around people as best you can. You can have tools when there isn't a person available, but have it be an and, not an or. It's like the tool and a person. Not the tool or a person. That's my 2 cents on that. Build the muscle if you can.
Hey guys, we're gonna take a couple more. Hey, I'll let you know tomorrow. We are gonna do on Monday. We're gonna do something special for VIPs. We're gonna do a Cliff Notes. I'm gonna do a Cliff Notes version of all 3 days in like 20 or 30 minutes. So like I'm going to summarize the entire thing. Some of you love the Cliff Notes. So if you missed a day, I will summarize the entire thing in 20 to 30 minutes. And then I'll lead a bonus Q&A time for 30 to 45 minutes on Monday. Why Monday? That's the end. That's when the cart closes for this. And we start focusing on everybody that's stepping into presentation mastery, which gets you certified as a GoPro presentation certification. So I just want you to know we have a Q&A time tomorrow and we have a Q&A time on Monday. So we'll get through a lot, but I think we're going to answer one more. We're going to answer Rita's today.
Thank you. My question, since I'm a soaring senior, I see network marketing as an incredible opportunity for seniors who are lonely, their income's inadequate, their health is not good. So the question occurred to me, what percent of people who are active in MLM are actually over 65?
I don't know, and I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Here's what I would tell you. You have a solution for people. The network marketing, what's great about it's a solution for teenagers, and it's a solution for students, and it's a solution for stay-at-home moms and dads, and it's a solution for frustrated corporate workers, and it's a solution for professionals who are burned out, and a solution for business owners. It's a solution for seniors for sure. I became a senior. Like, what the heck? How did that happen? But I'm like eligible for Social Security, which is like, what? How did this happen? It's very, very, very strange. But guess what? People are bored. Yeah. Not only are they out of money, but they're out of something interesting to do. They've watched everything they can watch on Netflix. You know, they're tired of Sudoku. They tried pickleball until they fractured a hip. They're looking for something to do. And here's what I would tell you. Put together a signature talk to seniors, from seniors.
I'm dying about that right
and
now.
You'll kill it. You'll kill it.
You will kill it. I felt your energy more than anybody else that has come up with the Q&A today. I felt your energy so powerfully, and so did people. And your keynote is entitled How to Be a Soaring senior. Like, it's something of that sort. And so I am hoping that you are in Presentation Wins, because that keynote would crush with the senior market. I have not heard one like that, and I have rarely felt energy like that. And so,
but I also felt a little bit of limiting belief. Like, are there any seniors out there in network marketing? It's filled with them. It's filled with them. I know $1 million earners in their 80s that are just smashing and having fun. They're having so much fun. They're connected to community. They're having fun. I watch these different TV shows that show seniors in homes. I don't get it. You know, they're having their little dance parties and margarita parties in the senior party room. I don't understand. Like, nope. Go out there, have some fun, and help some other people have some fun.
I love it. Hey, guys, will y'all bring that slide up? I want to encourage you today, presentationwins.com. You know the bonus that's included, Stage to Scale. It will be game-changing for you. We are so excited. Tomorrow's day 3. It's the official end to the 3-day challenge. On Monday, we'll be getting a timeout of what time the Cliff Notes is and a bonus Q&A for our VIPs.
Yep.
And so you guys will get the chance tomorrow. Lisa Nichols is with us tomorrow. Eric Worre is with us. I'll be in my home studio tomorrow in Colorado, so Eric and I will be going back and forth. How was day 2 for y'all? Good day today, guys? Good day. Jade's in. Congratulations. Yes, I love it, guys. We're so excited. Eric, any final thoughts today?
Just that I'm proud of you, and I'm more proud of you for making a step. And if you're scared, that is your body telling you that you got to do something. I mean, it's okay to be scared. It's just not okay to be frozen. You know, take action. It's on the other side of decision is where the breakthrough is. I promise. You know, close your eyes and leap, and the net will appear. I promise.
See you guys tomorrow.
See ya.